Good morning, Thailand. Welcome to GMT. My name is Alex, and I'm joined by my good friend Justin Marie, who is a blossoming band leader and a big-time bud tender.
Oh, thank you.
But thank you for joining me today as
Thanks for having me.
go down a little list of the news stories that we might have missed over the weekend. So starting off, we're going with police have arrested 2 doctors at 2 clinics for operating without a license. So yeah, kind of not exactly where you want to be trusting your medical professionals. But anyways, let's get into it. So some things you might be able to fake without a proper license. But 2 men were arrested for allegedly working as doctors without licenses in Bangkok and Pathum Thani. Their clinics were raided by Consumer Protection Police Division yesterday. Now, officials found a 51-year-old man examining patients, and a check uncovered that this supposed medical doctor did not have a practitioner's license. And under interrogation, he admitted he had gone abroad to study medicine, but never, in fact, graduated. In a similar story, a 36-year-old man was also practicing. He had also studied abroad. He also was not licensed. So these guys were not, this is not a recent development. This is, they've been at this for years, like 13 years they've been doing this kind of stuff. So these false doctors, they have been charged as working as a medical practitioner without a license and opening a clinic without a permit. So yeah, how do you find these guys? What do you think?
I mean,
He's just like a Craigslist doctor or something like that?
I feel like, they're just trying to help people.
Yeah.
Do what they can, but I feel like obviously you need a license.
Yeah, right? Like
to be a doctor, right?
they obviously knew they were doing something illegal.
Obviously, yeah. So
And they were taking money for it too.
Just got to do things the right way, I think. But yeah.
It also, though, it probably sends a signal about access to healthcare too. Like if people are resorting to these cheaper options.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anything to save money, right? At this time.
Yeah, I mean it's been a rough couple of years for everybody, especially these. Well, I guess these doctors were doing okay until
until they get caught.
Getting found out.
Yeah.
So, anyways, funny little story. That should be the end of it. I wonder what the punishment is though for something like that.
Probably some jail time.
Yeah, I would imagine. Certainly a fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to the next story where we have a new bill set to legalize sex work proposed. So, Justin, can you tell us about that one?
Okay, so the Thai government is drafting a bill to legalize sex work to protect sex workers from exploitation. The Ministry of Social Development and Human Security has proposed a bill which will also limit the minimum age to provide or buy the service.
So, yeah, that's a big shift in the culture, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, actually, because I think it's just going to be safer for everyone.
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? It says, like, this is one of Thailand's worst kept secrets is kind of the sex tourism that happens here.
Sure.
It's a big part of the culture, and it's already been, in the discussion a lot. But it's interesting to see it happening at the highest levels now where they're talking about, legalizing it and regulating this, what is essentially a big black market.
Yeah, so you don't want to exploit, all the sex trafficking and all that stuff. I feel like this would probably lower that by a significant amount for sure.
What are some other benefits?
I mean, I feel like, so on this, the bill will prevent sex workers from being exploited and ensure they will be given protection. According to Narong Jaihan, a lecturer from the Faculty of Law at Thammasat University, sex workers under 20 will not be penalized, but legal action will be taken against business operators who employ them underage, as well as their parent.
They're making sure that if girls are brought into this too young, those girls are not punished, but rather the people employing them will be punished for, of course, breaking the law. They should know better.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it does. And yeah, I think this is one of those...
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, who is the victim in the crime is often what I like to think about. Yeah. But we'll see, because obviously this is a big part of the underground economy here, and it could do a lot of good maybe to bring it into the light.
Yeah, and the proposed bill would afford some regulation and protection of a swept-under-the-rug industry that thrives as one of Thailand's worst-kept secrets. Right?
There it is again.
And then fair compensation will be protected with the payment for sex services required to be at an appropriate rate that does not violate the minimum wage law.
So basically just trying to regulate the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting effort. And we'll keep you posted, see if that ends up passing or not.
I hope so.
Well, whatever your personal preferences are on that, that's up to you, but we will not endorse one way or the other.
Oh, okay, yes.
Finally, before the break, we have one last story about Thai officials seeking to promote Muslim-friendly tourism here in the kingdom. So Thai officials are trying to focus on more of the Islamic tourism that is coming into Phuket, and the Department of Tourism and private sectors are reviewing strategies to attract more of those Muslim visitors. So it says that Muslim tourists prefer destinations that are typically Muslim-friendly, like Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and down south in Krabi. They also look for hotels and restaurants that serve halal food and provide facilities such as prayer rooms. So Thailand is the fourth most popular non-Muslim country among Muslim tourists. And over 400,000 tourists traveled to Thailand from the Middle East in 2022. So with this in mind, the Department of Tourism understands that this is a big market, and increasing the amount of businesses that are halal or Muslim friendly will increase the number of tourists coming from that region. Yeah. So, yeah, what do you think? Is this a good strategy to try and attract more tourists?
I mean, yeah, there's already like a big Muslim community in Thailand anyway, so I feel like our neighboring countries,
right, Indonesia,
be more welcome to come stay here, Malaysia, all those people, and I think it's good. Great for tourism. Tourism's always good, right? Yeah,
I mean, it's such a big part of the economy here in Thailand, and Thailand does a really good job of staying sort of neutral territory where everybody feels welcome here in one way or another. So, I think this is just another good story to try and make sure everybody's comfortable when they come and visit the kingdom.
I didn't know that Thailand was the fourth most popular non-Muslim country.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's not higher, honestly, because there are so many Muslim countries within the region.
Yeah.
But yeah, it also makes sense because Thailand does have a significant Muslim minority here too. Yeah. So cool, opportunities all around.
Nice.
All right. Well, anyways, we're about to take a quick commercial break, but then we will be back with another story about sea turtles.
Sea turtles.
Stay tuned.
And join the fun at Carnival Magic, the world's first Thai carnival theme park. Don't miss the opportunity to experience the enchantment of the magical wonders at the one, the only, Carnival Magic Phuket.
Welcome back to Good Morning Thailand. This show is sponsored by Carnival Magic. It's a carnival fantasy. Check it out when you head down to Phuket. It's in the Kamala area. Bring your friends, bring your family, enjoy the shows, enjoy the lights. Do it all. Have you ever been down to Carnival, by the way?
Never.
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 See, it's something on the to-do list for us. We'll get there.
Okay.
But it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm down.
Anyways, that takes us to our last story of the day, which is about sea turtle eggs. Tell us about this one, Justin.
So, nature and animal lovers will delight at the news that sea turtle eggs are continuing to pop up across Thailand's Phang Nga province. On Friday, locals came across sea turtle eggs on Das Beach on the island of Koh Ra. The island is located in the Koh Pratong sub-district of the Kura Buri district. Officials from the Department of Marine and Coastal Resources visited the beach, where they discovered a nest of sea turtle eggs buried under the sand. And luckily, the site had not been affected by seawater or poor weather. Authorities plan to monitor the nest until the eggs hatch.
Yeah, and in this heartwarming event earlier this week, 165 baby hawksbill sea turtle eggs hatched and ventured into the sea. The successful hatching of the baby turtles took place. This is why we need Jay for the at Chong Khao Kad Bay in the Mo Ko Surin National Park, where park officials released them back to their homes in the sea. Now, this is a fun story for me. This is always lovely to see, returning. But did you know that the gender of sea turtle eggs is determined based on the temperature of the sand that the eggs are buried in?
What? Really?
Yes. Oh. It's a super weird, method of determining gender. But because of climate change and the warming weather, something like 80 to 90% of these sea turtles that are hatching are female.
Oh.
So it's a good time to be a male sea turtle, I think, out there. Jeez. It's good numbers for you. But last year I actually managed to see some sea turtle laying some eggs. It was not in Thailand. It was my mother lives in the Caribbean, so I was visiting her. But it's a beautiful, majestic little thing. Just seeing nature
Yeah.
do its thing.
I love turtles.
Yeah. He's been waiting to say that line all morning. We got to drop a meme in there. I like turtles. Yeah, new Halloween costume.
Yeah. I feel like turtles just makes everyone like happy to talk about.
Yeah.
You want to see those guys, you know.
Everybody's rooting for them,
Yeah.
right?
Everyone's rooting for the turtles. So.
Nobody's against it.
Yeah,
I like seeing those videos of awkward turtles, like where a shark's trying to eat them, but the shell is just, they're just...
Stops them.
But yeah, anyways, everyone's favorite seafaring animal, I think.
That's good, yeah.
Glad to see that they're coming back. It's been endangered for a little while, and they still are. So, yeah, keep an eye out and support your turtles.
Support the turtles.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Hope you guys have a lovely Monday, and we'll see you again tomorrow with more of the latest updates. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.